Okay, so what I did was I used this 5-in-1 tool here. I used the edge of it here, and I went in the middle of the crack and I just carved it in. So I gouged it in deeper. So that's definitely going to help, because you want to get as much setting compound in there as possible, because that's what's going to help it not crack again. And then what I did too is I took a vacuum and I vacuumed all this out here, so that when we go to skim it, you won't get chunks in your mud. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come down here, and I'm just going to mix up some mud here. So in here I just have all-purpose joint compound here. And we're just going to mix up a mud pie, so that this takes care of 2 or 3 coats up there. So upside down we go with that. You just want to build up the banks here, so that it looks like that there. And you don't want to leave any joint compound in the middle there. Okay, so it's all like that. Now I just have water in here, and I'm just going to fill this up here. I'm going to probably put like 1/4 of an inch in there. Put this down, and then in here, in this container here, I have Plaster of Paris, and this is what makes the joint compound set hard. So you just want to add it to the middle there. And now with my finger, I'm just going to push it out to the banks. And you want the water to absorb all the plaster. Now when I'm pushing it out to the banks here, you don't want to push it onto this joint compound here. You just want to push it to that edge there where the water starts to pool up there. So take this. Now, so we're just going to push this here. And I kind of put just like a little bit too much here, so I'm just going to take away some of the powder here and put that back in the bucket there. And since I put just a little bit too much, I'm just going to add just a little bit more water here. Now as you can see, the plaster here is like starting to turn gray. That's what you want. It's starting to turn gray over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add just a little bit of water to the middle there to help it out there. Okay, so now, so once it's like that, you just want to let it sit for like a few minutes so that it all turns gray. If it doesn't all turn gray and it stays white, then when you go to mix it, it's just going to be like a little bit, it's going to be harder to mix because it's going to be dry and there's going to be chunks in it. So just give that a few minutes to set up. And once again, this stuff is great here. Because once again, I can do all my mixing on the mixing board and not have to clean up any drill mixes or like a bucket. So it's like really great, and it just dries right on this, and then once it's dry, you just use this tool to break it apart and then throw it right in the trash here. So we're going to be using this mesh tape here so I use this. Now you can use either this or the paper tape. If you use this, you have less chance of getting any ear pockets, as like you do with the paper tape, as you saw what had happened on the previous tape job. So so if you use this, the joint compound will go through all of these crisscrosses here. So it's like a lot easier to embed it than with the paper tape, but you can use either or. So I have 2 of these pre-cut here. And again, it's very important to gouge that crack back in again, because if you don't, then you're putting just joint compound on top of the surface, but the crack lies underneath, so you have to find that again. So we're going to come back over here now, and as you can see, the center of the pie has turned gray. This area right here is the last to do it, but within like a matter of, I don't know, about 20 more seconds, that should turn gray too. So it's ready to be mixed. So I'm going to use my 4-inch blade here, and I only want to take enough of this pie to pre-fill those, just one coat. So I'm just going to take this half here.